So, welcome to our bar fight. We're gonna get some chicks and babes. Speaking of babes.
Oh, hey Sam.
Hi.
Wow, that was easy. Like, we only just stepped foot into the bar and we already found one.
Yeah. I was going
I feel
to.
like I don't know why I feel like.
Just vibing in the bar, drinking.
I feel so bad.
Nice.
I feel like
Welcome to Ghost Rider.
I feel so bad. I feel like Patrick. We got him now. Like, just full on.
Sorry,
I mean, to
chocolate
be
has sugar
fair,
and sugar
Logan,
toast.
we established that you are sleeping with pretty much everybody in this server.
Isn't that right, liver boy?
Isn't it just fantastic how like we can just assign our own like Angel Dust does it and everyone treats him like a goddamn like a momentous icon. I do it one time in theory and everyone's
But listen,
It's
you
like
have
you're
to
not
hear
allowed.
his song in order for him to be relatable, I guess.
Isn't that? Oh my! I didn't even realize that. That is kind of messed up. That I don't even know if that's even going to be treated as canon in the A24 production or not A24.
Well, I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
A24.
You know,
okay.
whenever it comes out.
Whenever it comes out, whenever Vivsy's done, whenever Vivsy's done farming the not has been. Once
Hell of a
Vivsy's
boss.
done farming, yeah, once Vivsy's done farming the hell of a boss fandom.
Yeah, because at the time of this recording, Christ. Has-Been has still not come out, and we're just about to finish up October, fucking hell. August.
Right.
Dude, you cannot. I can't lose you to Spirit Halloween 2. That they're trying to put Halloween out earlier and earlier in the year. Like,
But
Yo,
don't
it
worry,
makes me
Logan.
happy that it's coming up pretty fast.
But don't worry, Logan. As long as it's not Christmas, we have no reason to be pissy about it.
You ever get that? You ever get that? Spine-tingling fear inside that one day, like far into the future, it's gonna come to a point where Spirit Halloween opens up before kids go back to school.
it did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what you
well,
were saying.
Well, I guess. Okay, sorry. Granted, colleges just started classes this week, but fair. I think kids did start classes. I think 2 weeks ago. So okay, you're right.
I mean, it's funny because at least down in the West Coast, it's getting to a point now where it's like summer vacations are starting to become a lot smaller and smaller the further on the school system goes.
And they said that, that pushing the moon away was all it needed to reduce summer vacation.
Wait, when was that?
Recess school's out.
Oh, right. Well, no, it doesn't just push summer vacation away. It just traps the entire Devil Dam plan into an ice freeze.
I remember as a kid never even really realized like, yeah, no, wow, he would have gladly doomed the world to a Snowpiercer-esque apocalypse just
Literally
because he
turned
was
into a
upset.
second ice age.
Just because he was upset with the SAT scores. Anyway.
No.
Wow.
This is
I
what I
understand.
say to the SATs.
Ow! And then the
Okay,
SAT
fair, I
goes,
get it.
"Fuck
That's
that."
required curriculum.
He was to say he said you may say to the SATs, but what about the ACT?
Fuck you. I'm killing you.
Fair enough. So while we are doing all this, Sammy, what are your exposures to the writer of Ghosts? Which makes it sound a lot more sexual and unintentional. My apologies.
Logan, we don't talk about that kind of thing. Personally, I don't.
I like that Ghost Whisperer movie or whatever that movie's called.
I remember the Nicolas Cage movie.
Yes.
And how bizarre it was. But mostly because I really like Nick Cage for meme purposes.
He's fun.
Alright, well.
I think almost anyone does.
Do you have any experience with the character outside of the Nick Cage movies, whether it be like if he appears in like some crossover that you've seen or whatnot?
No, outside of that, no. I was fascinated with the character. He looked really cool. I just never had any more exposure to him aside from the Nick Cage movies.
Fair.
Well, I mean, I guess at that point it's just a matter of like what you can really hand her to really run her knowledge of Ghost Rider, because yeah, outside of the Nick Cage movies in this game, there's really not a whole lot of Marvel properties where Ghost Rider is like, the head, the front of it. He usually plays like a supporting character in a lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, and I thought like this
Yeah.
game was based on the movies, if I'm correct.
It was made to promote the movie, and it kind of acts like a sequel of sorts to it, but
Right.
it's a lot more loose with its connection to the movie lore-wise.
Okay.
It does have characters from the comics.
Okay.
It kind of.
I mean,
That's just kind of.
Oh, I mean, that's just something that like Marvel was doing, like for a handful of its movie to video game adaptations, where there wasn't really much to go off of. So they just decided they took the opportunity to like make it like either a separate story or or a sequel or whatever, while also including as much of whatever was introduced in the comics as possible. Like with the Hulk movie, like the Hulk movie game, for example, like that one, I remember being considered like essentially just a full-blown sequel to the movie.
Yeah.
But had like no characters except for the dogs. No characters really returning from like the movie proper, and so suddenly they're introducing characters I never heard of, like Ravage and Half-Life.
Like, I think the only one of those movie games that ever bothered to try to adapt the stories, well, were the Spider-Man movies.
But even then, they would expand upon them. Like, I remember Black Cat appearing in Spider-Man 2, and she was never.
And then there's Shocker in the first game.
Well, he was in both 1 and 2.
That is true. Shocker
he was in the games, even though he would never appear in the movies, as far as I can recall.
Right, he didn't.
You got 5 minutes in the ring with me, brother.
It's 5 minutes of playtime.
Did your husband give it to you? Yes, he did, actually.
Yes, he did, actually. He's very nice. And I very appreciate you not bringing him up. And he just, like, goes right back into that.
Fuck these guys.
So what can you tell us about these guys, Doug?
Rocket launchers?
If they're anything like the ones...
Just, they are very annoying.
I was say, if they're anything like the ones in Spider-Man, I can already tell I am not going to like them.
Yep. Fuck you.
Oh, sure. I don't quite like it.
So I guess I do want to ask.
I don't like this.
So I guess I do want to ask Sam, because I know she was there for like a few Marvel stuff, mainly like a couple Spider-Man parts, but like outside of what you said about Ghost Rider and whatever you said about Spider-Man, do you have any other like particular like history or favorites when it comes to the Marvel universe?
So, I can actually give a little history with like what my dad knows, because he was a huge fan of the Marvel stuff. He loves Captain America along with Spider-Man. He loves them. And he will always sit down to watch any of the Captain America movies anytime.
They're not bad. I don't blame them.
Well, my thing is that, like, you know, obviously the MCU ones are good, but does that even include the '90s movie with the?
No, he will not watch that one. He's not that biased.
With the Italian Red Skull with the rubber ears.
How far a poor studio can fall after? Well, actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that old Captain America movie made by the same people that made Rocketeer as a movie?
I
don't know.
It is funny that you bring that up, because I know some people usually will liken Rocketeer to a Captain America movie, like in terms of plot and like structure and things.
That's right. I just feel like I've heard that comparison once or twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, continue, Sammy.
My dad actually like introduced me a little bit to some of the comics, like when a new movie would come out. For example, Amazing Spider-Man 2. He gave me a whole like volume of comics that led up to Gwen Stacy's death to read, so that I could be prepared for what's coming.
That actually is very nice of him to do that.
Yeah.
He also gave me the Doctor Strange comics too, as well, to give me lore on that, since I didn't know anything about Doctor Strange.
Did he tell
So
you
that was
anything
also
about?
very nice of him.
Oh. Did he tell you anything about the purple guy?
No, he did not.
Fair enough.
Well, you got quite a history lesson ahead of you in that regard.
And here's where the enemies will have the vengeance bars. So I'm saying fuck that.
Yeah, no, we don't want to deal with that. In case
Screw this, I am vengeance.
I am the knight. Because in case you hadn't already. Go ahead.
And also, like, when a Civil War was happening, like the movie itself, like, he also gave me that too. Which, yeah, they obviously vastly changed a lot of things.
Oh, so yeah,
from
that
the
was
comic.
Honestly, for the better,
resource.
because like I think that's something a lot of people can agree on, that like, you know, regardless of whether you like or hate the MCU, like their version of Civil War is a lot better than the original comic.
Yeah, because I think I remember, like, how the Civil War even began was that these people who were pretending to be superheroes or were just, like, schlocky B-list superheroes, like, caused some shit, and then the public blamed them for that.
Right, they were trying to capture, there were a bunch of like heroes that were trying to like, you know, mostly for notoriety, try to capture a supervillain, and they were pretty much, you know, way in over their head, and the villain, Nitro, caused an explosion that pretty much took out most of that team and a good chunk of a city, which I believe include a school of children.
Yeah, which is why people came. And also it was the one where like Peter revealed his identity, I think, as well.
Yeah, he did that as like a... Well, essentially in universe, it was meant as like a marketing scheme for like, hey, join the Registration Act, and Spider-Man's joining it.
Yeah. Like, that's as much as I remember of that comic. Oh, yeah, and then, Steve, not you, Steve, Captain America Steve dying.
Right, that was like a little after the events of Civil War.
I'm gonna say to you, fucking stop that, you piece of shit.
If it's not too much trouble.
Seriously,
I was
you're
literally
ruining
about
that.
to call Captain America Steve Jobs, and I know that that's not his name.
Steve Jobs.
Now that's a what if I'm interested in seeing.
That's not his name.
I know it's Steve something. Rogers. It's
Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Rogers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to Steve Rogers' Neighborhood.
Language.
So, you got detention.
So we got attention.
Now that I have your attention from blowing up this oil tanker, I'd just like to bring up the notion that we're still playing Ghost Rider.
We are, aren't
Yep.
we? Oh,
Hello,
vultures.
crows.
What the heck? Those are some metal-looking crows.
Yeah. Literally
More
metal.
aerial enemies, and especially for the boss.
Are they
Oh
elk
man, it's not Brandon Lee's character from The Crow.
crows? I'll just nod and say
Okay.
yes.
I'm
you
saying
doing
that that's
okay,
also a
Ethan?
Marvel property.
That's fair. You doing okay, Logan? You've been a little quiet there.
I've been very quickly researching. Sorry, the clicking. Moving over to the video. I was looking up because I just learned about something interesting about Weird Al Yankovic's biopic Weird, the comedic one.
Oh, was it?
Oh, with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes. Mainly because I had to quickly refresh myself on the plot because the recent thing that Al tweeted out was probably a bit of a spoiler because I had no idea that this happened in the movie. So fun fact is that in the biopic, Weird Al dies.
Oh.
Oh,
Like,
That,
but like after an incredible like journey, like self-realization, destroying the cartel within a huge shootout, and like it suddenly goes a lot of places very quickly. But anyway, the reason why. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that, like, like you talk about how, like, oh, the biopic ends with Weird Al dying. Look to see he's still online. Like, I think that movie might have gotten a detail wrong.
May have embellished a few things, but no. So basically,
Yeah, I think that was the point, though. They were embellishing on like,
Right.
he died,
false
and then he was
details.
reborn as Weird God.
certain plot points that I remember being funny before I get to the reason why I was talking about was Madonna tries to force a relationship or at least like try to heavily like lean into a relationship because she secretly wants the extra success because they were noting that, hey, whenever Weird Al parodies a song, the original song gets like a bump up in views because of it, and
Yep.
and Madonna wants to get a bump up of views, so she like tries to coerce him into making a parody of like a virgin. Which he ended up doing anyway later on. But another one is that in the movie he finally writes his first original song, "Eat It."
Oh yeah.
Wait, just eat it.
Original song, but that's also a parody too.
Don't you
Yeah,
wait,
it
no,
is.
because in the plot of the movie that's his original song, and then he gets pissed off when he later learns that Michael Jackson parodied that song and made a new song called "Beat It," and he was like, "No, they're gonna think that mine was the parody, mine was the original one," and it's
That's
like
great.
just a
That's
huge
funny.
lark. It's great.
And then
Anyway,
with
so-
the lightsaber duel between Weird Al and the Michael Jackson.
No, but it does apparently involve Pablo Escobar out of nowhere. It's crazy. It's I need to give that movie a watch. I think I just like
need
it for
to
just
watch
the
that
silliness.
movie as well. This sounds like fun.
It just sounds like a lot of silly, ridiculous fun, and I'd love to see Danny Radcliffe just have fun doing his own thing, kind of thing as well.
Yeah, and not be associated with Harry Potter. Fucking
Right.
hell.
And so anyway, so the reason why I had to figure this out was because I just recently saw in this tweet that so Weird Al just tweeted this out. Not just tweeted this out. This was from a couple months ago. Jeez, this guy was slow in sharing this out. Anywho, in a server, Dan Butts, the production designer for that movie, Weird, quote unquote, according to Weird Al, oh, he just gave my daughter a tour of his studio and was so nice to give her the exact thing every young woman wants: her father's melted head in a bucket. And
Oh, wait.
there's Weird Al's daughter, like, FaceTiming and showing off that one of the props she received from the movie, now that it was done, was in fact like a bloodied skull with Weird Al's like hair and like I imagine probably from the death scene in the movie, but like just hey, you want to have it? It's like, okay. There she is.
Did he ever do a parody of Danger Zone?
I'm
don't
gonna
think
look that
so.
up. It sounds like something he would have. Weird Al.
Just
Anyway.
thought I'd ask, considering that's the name of this next level.
Oh, let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like that. As much as
Sharp
I love
left.
his.
I was just saying
I
sharp
assume-
left.
I assume
yeah.
that this. I assume when you're running the motorcycle, you don't have any sort of like drifting control.
There's no drifting.
Damn.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, honestly, like, as much as I love his parody stuff, there are, like, a handful of, like, his original, genuinely original stuff that I still love to this day. Like, I think a handful of times on the channel, I remember Logan and I quoting Albuquerque a lot, as well as the drive-thru song.
Albuquerque's great. The drive. Trapped in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
That one's technically not original, actually. That one's actually a parody of a very long rap song called "Trapped in the Closet."
Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry to bring this to you, but original songs I still love. Original songs I love for being silly. I love "Weasel Stomping Day."
Piece of
It
stuff.
has a silly fun.
was-
It has a silly sound
Was
to
Everything
it.
You Know Is Wrong a parody, too?
Nope, that one was original, and I love that song.
Okay.
That's another really great one. What else? Oh gosh, I know that.
Yeah,
Virus Alert, I think, has a really fun beat melody to
Oh, yeah,
it.
Virus Alert's good. I forget. There is one that I want to say is original, but I might be wrong. Close But No Cigar.
Oh. I actually don't know. I don't think I've heard that one yet. I'm gonna look that up. We did it, Ghost
I will
Rider!
let you know. There is a music video with it. It is probably, and it's weird saying this considering it's Weird Al, probably the most demented visuals for a Weird Al music video.
Oh my! Oh, you know what? I can already recognize it right now. I don't think it almost looks like it's animation by the guy who did Cans Without Labels.
So John K.
It looks
Oh,
like
no.
his work, but
Just the
but
owner.
but let me see. Let me see if I can figure out what this song was a parody of. Oh yeah, no, yeah, straight up. John K, the creator of Ren and Stimpy, animated the music video.
Gross.
Yep.
Well, everyone makes at least one mistake in their life.
And Weird Al couldn't have known,
Ages.
you know, like. Anyway, so all I have is that it's a style parody of the band Cake, but it doesn't list a specific. Yeah, so it was a parody of a style or a link of just, I guess, a particular band sound, but not a specific song. No, so technically original, yes.
Okay.
And I still like Hardware Store.
Oh, Hardware Store's nice.
That's a very good course. Now, Grip and Tear.
Until it's done.
Until it is done. Jinx.
We're not just yet. We're not yet just yet.
I know, we'll get there.
Give
that's
it,
right,
give it,
Jinx.
give it about another year.
Would you play a first-person Ghost Rider game?
That'd be fun.
Actually, as
Oh,
far
I
as
do
Ghost
want
Rider is
to.
concerned, I do vaguely remember a long time ago I saw this video documenting a earlier attempt at making a Ghost Rider video game, like back in like
Right, for
mid
the
to late
PlayStation
90s.
1, I believe.
Yep, and all I know for certain is that Ghost Rider could wield chains, which were like you wield chains, and it was basically a 2D side scroller with pre-rendered sprites, and that's about it.
Aw.
I'm trying to think. Like, didn't it have like Castlevania aspects to it?
It looked like something. It did look like a more. I don't know if they were going to treat it like a Metroidvania or not, but I think there was. It looks like it could have very well been like a grittier take on Castlevania by that point in time.
Whoa.
Yeah, what could have been?
Hell, goodness me.
Yeah, Marvel had some really interesting experiments back in those days, whether they actually made it to store shelves or not. Like, even
Marvel.
foregoing all
Yeah.
the the freaking their successes with Capcom and whatnot. Like, I still vaguely remember there was like this one other game that Iron Man got to star in called. All I know is that it starred him and this other character named Manowar. And that
What are you
existed.
doing over here?
I mean,
Wait a minute. Was that released for the Game Boy Advance?
No, it was for the PlayStation and Sega Saturn.
Okay, because I could have sworn I remember there being an Iron Man game for the Game Boy Advance.
I'm sure there was, but I just remember
Yeah.
like much earlier than that. There was like this one tag team game, another 2D side scroller
Death.
featuring Iron Man and this other character named Manowar, and
Uh,
that
Mid-boss
kind of
time.
stunk. Oh,
was it
hello.
were you sure? Are you sure it was Man of War and not War Machine?
No, it was Manowar. I vaguely remember that much. You know, I'll look it up.
What a mini boss.
I know, right? I'm so overpowered.
It came and it went.
Damn, Doug is the mini boss here. He's the mid boss.
No, we all know
You know, it
Doug
makes
is the
sense,
final boss.
especially with my fucking rank.
And finally, we can be air. Fine, they pair air with lightning again. Why not?
So wait a minute, I just realized. So there's fire, obviously. He got a water element. We just got an air element. Did we get an earth element at some point?
We got one earlier, yeah.
We get
It
we
was
get
back in
one
the
more
caves.
element after this one.
Alrighty.
Ghost Rider is
One
the
per check.
avatar.
I knew it.
Okay, so the game I was thinking it was called Iron Man and XO Manowar in Heavy Metal.
Heavy metal.
Huh.
Cute. Don't think I've ever played that before.
I've heard about it, and that's about all I know about it. Also, Acclaim was involved, so let that speak to a testament to its quality.
Take it as you will. Sammy, do you have?
And by that
any,
we
like-
mean there was no quality.
Do you have any particular favorite Marvel character, Sammy?
Oh. That is a good question.
Wow.
Nice.
Goddamn.
Good timing.
Look at all these orbs. You probably don't need any more.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of which, isn't there like one or two other things you still need to upgrade?
There it goes. I don't.
Yes.
Oh, so there is.
Yeah, the bike.
Just want to get the green orbs.
And done.
And
That's that.
no more.
Now you are completely tapped out.
Hell yeah. You could also use the souls for other stuff, like galleries, movies, comics, and everything else.
I didn't know about that.
But
Okay.
since I played this game before, I can't do that.
Fair enough. Okay,
Also,
I was about
so
to.
is this like what, a new game plus?
No, once I'm done with my first file, it saves over the other files.
Okay.
So it's like each recurring playthrough can add on to help unlock, which I like. I like that. You know.
Ride like
I
the
like it too.
wind, bullseye.
All right, let's see what this new hell shot goes. But yeah, continue, Sammy.
Again, it is tough for me to like pick a favorite. I guess like one of my favorites would probably be from the X-Men stuff. I think Rogue. Probably Rogue would probably be my favorite.
Rogue's a good one.
Which rogue?
Good question.
Well, at first I was about to ask, what do you mean implying there's more than one? But I guess you mean like, you know, which like version of the character.
Yeah. Like the one for the comics, the cartoon, Evolution.
I'd say the cartoon.
Okay.
Because she's no nonsense really, and just like doesn't take bullshit.
And also that bitchy jumpsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, those Jim Lee outfits definitely stuck around.
Yeah. I just
Also, those nice
didn't know
shades
how
that
to
stand
feel
out
about.
around.
I just didn't know how to feel about Rogue in terms of like the movies, because I mean, she was a teenager, but she could be a little,
Dour.
just, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess a lot of that has to do with the fact that, like, you know, if you had this condition where anyone you touched would literally be drained of their life source, you'd think that probably would kind of, like, you know, stew in you after a while.
Wear gloves.
Yeah.
Wear gloves.
She did, and her boyfriend wanted to go ice skating with another person.
Okay, he's a dick. Don't date him. Give me more. Give me more. I can come up with some easy. I can come up with some easy solutions. Let's go. Okay,
What if they were? What if they wanted to? God damn it! Why am I fucking blanking now? What if they want to go watch a movie?
Watch a movie. I mean, gloves.
Well, I mean, like, well, again, my concern about that is that, like, yeah, you have gloves to cover the hands, but let's just say, you know, you want to be affectionate and, you know, kiss it, and, you know, like, kiss them and whatnot. There's really no protection against that.
Vengeance.
What if you were both sharing? What if you both had a spaghetti plate?
Oh,
Well, then I guess he dies.
I guess he dies. He dies. No, I don't know. I don't know. I
Can't
don't
go
know.
Lady in the Trampin' on this scenario.
I don't know. Date Colossus. He's made of metal. He's not a living thing. There we go. No life to steal.
Well, no,
It's metal.
I think since he is organic, he is still affected by Rogue's touch.
There.
I mean, it's not like he's always made of metal. Sometimes can't he just change back on a whim?
Oh yeah, the metal skin is technically retractable.
Oh, then I'll say right now, I did not know that. Deadpool made it seem like it was a lifelong, like, you just this all the time.
It varies, but I know there are some versions where he can actually retract it.
Fair enough. I can
I don't
imagine
know,
for some
date
shows it's easier to animate.
Deadpool. Date Deadpool. I
Yeah.
guess he can't die.
Or wait, or how about, like, do we know a character who gets stronger when they die?
I'm sure there is someone like that.
Any of the Marvel characters?
Mephisto?
No, you know what? I just figured it out, Logan. You know who gets stronger when they die? The sales figures.
Ah.
That demon's going nuts there for a moment.
But yeah, Ghost Rider can't do that. Okay, then idea then.
Yippee!
New topic, new roundtable discussions. We get ready for the boss.
Soon.
What is a Marvel character that has not received a game or been in a game? Marvel Ultimate Alliance doesn't count because, you know, where do you go from there?
What is a Marvel character that hasn't had their own solo game yet?
And you would love to see them receive one.
That's
a
a
really good
toughie
question.
because honestly, like, I think a lot of the characters that I really like that are deserving of a solo game have already had one at this point, so I don't know if
how
there's
about,
really anyone left.
Spider-Gwen?
Yeah, Spider-Gwen would be a good one.
I would be down for that.
Didn't
Yeah.
Kamiya say that he wanted to do a Spider-Gwen game?
I vaguely remember hearing something along those lines. Yeah.
Did Hideki Kamiya want to do one?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, yeah.
Come
go
here.
for it. Go get the zoomies.
I'm not entirely certain how legitimate that claim is, but I mean, I'd be down with Platinum handling the Spider-Man game.
Put his money where his mouth
That's
is.
what actually put the effort
I don't
into
know.
it.
Does Spider Noir have a solo game?
Not a
Not
solo,
a solo
game,
game, but he is he is one of the stars of Shared Dimensions.
but God, I would play an LA Noir game where, like, it's like a detective thing, but you also are Spider-Man.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, like read with logic and, like, you know, I think it was you, and then pull the gun. I don't know. I don't know. What about you? I don't know. Doug, you got one?
I really don't have anyone particularly in mind because some of the ones I do have in mind already have some.
Right.
I wish Iron Man had a
Not
proper
counting
one
Deadpool.
that wasn't. That's fair. I wish Iron Man had a proper one that wasn't a VR game.
Yeah.
I mean, there are the movie games.
Well, I mean, James did just
Oh, I
mention
forgot
one
about
that he
the
had
other-
for the Genesis.
I completely forgot about.
But
Yeah,
not
you
Genesis
know,
Dreamcast.
that is fair. Yeah.
Saturn.
Saturn, my bad.
I completely forgot. Fair enough. Gosh, now I'm trying to think then.
Yes, we know Sega used to have used to be in the console market.
I don't know.
But,
I don't
enough
know.
of that.
Something like I was
Squirrel
about.
Girl.
Squirrel Girl, yeah.
Actually, yes. How come Squirrel Girl hasn't had a game yet?
I don't know.
How come
Did
Squirrel
you
Girl hasn't had anything?
Fun fact.
Actually,
fun,
you know what? No. You want to know one that should have a game should have a game at this point? This Marvel.
yeah,
yeah, Miss
Kamala.
Marvel.
That's not Marvel's Avengers because I don't like it. And it's not
No one
technically a
does.
game.
I don't like it. Put it away.
Fun fact, I don't know if it's actually going to be something that they use, but it is something that I have to consider canon because Disney does not know how to manage its properties. Did you know that there actually is a live action there actually is a live action an MCU Moon Girl and MCU Squirrel Girl?
Oh.
I'm not surprised.
No, I
And I
did not know
only-
that.
And
Does
I
it
only
also
know
include
this.
the dinosaur?
Not that I saw yet, but I did notice that on Moon Girl's locker they did have a Devil Dinosaur sticker on it. So here's the reason why I don't know if I can even consider it real or not. But again, Disney has noted what they're doing with the property, so who knows in this MCU like multiverse if it actually is tied to everything or not. In Disney's California Adventure, and I believe also in Disneyland Paris, they have that Marvel's Avengers Campus like themed area of the park, and one of the rides there.
You do your thing. I actually had another idea in mind.
No worries. It's called Spider-Man Web Slingers or what? Some little adventure, and it's the whole like story is that you're going to this like campus where all the young heroes or young engineers are going, funded and supported through the Stark Foundation. Peter Parker happens to be there, and oh no, a catastrophe! If only Spider-Man were. Oh hey, look, Spider-Man. No idea where Peter Parker went, but it's Spider-Man. Like that's the lore is that no one's supposed to know still, but. There's this room where you go into where vengeance. There's this room you go into where there's a bunch of photos on the wall of like the top star academia or whatever the word is that the students.
Just say students.
Okay, I will not try to sound that smart. Where the students are all pictured, and they do have a picture for Squirrel Girl and Moon Girl using their names, Luna, and I forgot Squirrel Girl's name. Sorry, cutscene, my bad.
It's okay.
Yep, cutscene time.
Psycho Storm.
Wait a minute, is
We're
this
against the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow? Yep. What's he doing in Marvel?
Wrong Scarecrow.
Roxanne! Johnny! Such a sweetie. I could just eat her up. Roxanne! Okay, honest opinion. How much more of this before she loses her lunch? Johnny! You will end this now. If you insist, Ghost Rider. But beware, there's more than bats in this belfry.
Are you sure it's not DC Scarecrow?
Yeah, because that sounds like something that would just be, said ad nauseum in Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it
We
is. Huh?
We can't attack Scarecrow just yet. We have to clear out the crows, and then we can actually fight them.
Okay.
But yeah,
and I think I get-
just to answer that inquiry, Logan. There actually is. He's relatively obscure, but there is an actual Marvel character named Scarecrow. And I actually remember this because, like, when they did, like, that big Marvel-DC crossover in the 90s, both the Scarecrows actually teamed up to kidnap Lois Lane, before they got stumped by Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
I suppose the opportunity
Also,
was
before-
to...
Also, I just had another thought in mind for another Marvel character that could totally have his own video game at some point or another.
Oh?
Howard the Duck.
God damn it, not again.
Howard the Duck.
Again, he's never had one before. That's the point.
I just mean don't remind me
there
of
is
the
a
fucking.
movie
I
tie-in.
actually watched the movie. Pain.
Well, so it had to be based on the movie. Like, he's known for more than just that,
No,
in
I
this
know.
movie.
I know.
And I
I'm
will
just
say-
saying I watched that movie and I felt pain.
I will say, I'll give him credit. The MCU's Howard the Duck representation is better.
However
little
much
there
there
is.
is.
For
Jackson.
those there. So what powers should I know about Scarecrow? Does he just control crows and has a big hook?
Crow's big hook and is a pussy.
Ah, okay, so it's just okay.
The
Sounds like
greatest
one.
of supervillain powers.
Wait, being a pussy, shouldn't that be Catwoman's power?
Yes.
Da-da-da. No, it's Marvel, it's Black Cat.
Right, Black Cat.
Don't call out your position next time.
Yeah, literally, you fucking dumbass. Not here.
I love how the
Ow.
demon guy just said that hurt. Like,
Well done. You showed me. You saved the girl. Beat up on old Scarecrow. It's all for naught. he's here already. He's at the Quentin Carnival. You remember the carnival, don't you? Where your father...
Don't bring up the father.
Right.
Love you, Roxanne. Nice to save you. Okay, bye.
Also, that embrace must have been like very awkward, considering like her hair should have caught on fire when she hugged
Cuts
him.
back. She has no more eyebrows. They've
No
singed
more
off.
eyebrows.
Don't worry,
They're
it's
just
friend. No,
singed.
no. God, remember, it's friendly fire. She'll be okay.
Cute.
Hope no one's
Well done.
afraid of clowns.
Oh boy.
This is the final area of the game.
Don't tell me the circus had clowns.
This is the
You
perfect
know, can we talk about how it's kind of funny how clown, like, what do you call clown, like, when you're having a phobia of clowns? Is there a scientific term for that?
Chlorophobia.
A phobia. Chlorophobia. Oh.
Chlorophobia.
They even
was
explained
gonna
it
say
in
this.
Dark Deception.
Oh really?
Huh, okay. Interesting.
Oh,
literally,
that's
yeah, no.
okay.
I love how that's more so a Western thing, whereas everywhere else in the world, the clowns aren't really that scary.
I blame the art style and the portrayal of
I
it.
blame the art
and
style,
also, and also, let's be honest, I would actually I don't even know if it would you pin the blame solely on it?
Well, I don't think.
I don't know.
I
wouldn't
mean,
say-
that's one thing, but then there was also the fact that it was inspired off of John Wayne Gacy, who was the clown killer, essentially.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, the whole fad of scary evil clowns was a big thing even before that a new It came along. It's just that it just got like its second wind when those movies came out.
Well, not the new one. I'm
just
just
the new
I'm
one,
talking
but
like, I'm
the
even talking
one
like
from
Tim
the
Curry.
90s.
Yeah, that's I was thinking of Tim Curry. Like that's still a pretty scary.
Oh, like, you know, Tim
It was
Curry
even
definitely
before
played a
the
hand
Tim
of it.
Curry
I'm just saying, like the newer films also didn't help dissuade it. If anything, it kind of gave it like a new, like I said, a second wind for a new generation.
Not only
Sure,
that, but
like
also,
clown
also
phobia
there's
has
also,
been there for a while.
oh yeah, no, it has to have been there since like the olden times. But it's also just a matter of fact that I don't know. I just think it's so funny that like it's primarily only a thing in the West, whereas like anywhere else, like especially Japan, because I'm still thinking back to the story of like when Lola Pop was a thing in ARMS, and now a lot of people actually took very kindly to her, except for those in the West who were scared of, who you know, a lot of people are still scared of clowns.
Well, I think it really depends on just like its execution, because I don't have a problem with Lola Pop. If anything, I think she's
Well,
adorable.
me neither. It's just one of those things where a lot of people just poke fun at the fact that you know we do have such a like chlorophobia is such a big thing.
Was
down
he just
here.
doing the Gangnam Style?
I don't think Gundam Style was even a thing when this game came
I
out.
just saw that clown do Gangnam Style.
Yeah, he did technically do it. These
But
clowns
anyhow.
will drop bombs.
Some days you just can't get rid of one.
Yeah, some days you just can't get rid of the bomb.
But
Actually, if you want to go even like further back, probably Joker wouldn't have helped that case much either.
Yeah,
that
true,
is
too.
also true. Dang.
You know, we really have it out for clowns so much so we always make them the bad guys.
I would.
And
I
I
don't
know
know.
a certain clown girl that is fighting to change that stereotype for the better.
Well, I don't know. Then I would say admit it. One of Plato's like childhood icons is what's her face from the Big Comfy Couch.
You know what? I am okay with that. Like, I would imagine Big Comfy Couch is like one of the few pleasantries that Plato had growing up.
Hooray! But no,
And then came that one thing where the original actress came back. Yeah, came back to play the role for like a parody, for like a whole comedy skit where she just brings out the chainsaw, is like everybody dies.
What a wild time we live in.
That was cute. I forget, isn't the same
Alright.
actress also the original Claire Redfield?
Yes.
Yes. Ain't that a hoop? Okay, I'm looking up origin of clown. I'm looking up the origin of clown phobia, and this is look right there. He's doing the goddess. Okay, anyway, you get the idea.
I mean, it's relevant considering we're currently fighting in a circus, or carnival rather. But yeah,
Carnival.
Coulrophobia, no weapons, irrational fear of clowns. Some people think in lies with remember the clown's makeup. Some people believe, according to this, some people believe that perhaps the phobia began. It could even begin with just like the fear of the unsettling and uncanny, since a clown's makeup can like it can look human-esque, but like it's the fact that it doesn't look quite human because of the way the makeup is applied so thickly or
It
certain
looks alien.
designs. Yeah, it's
I
like
can
it's just,
believe that.
just enough to look like adjacent and thus uncanny.
God,
There's
makes
that.
sense.
Jesus, you
And,
saying that literally reminds me of a fucking stupid ass clown horror movie. I remember.
Oh, which
Oh,
one?
which one?
Content Space.
Oh, that's a
Killer
that's a classic.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You know,
Are
the one
you-
that's getting a video.
Yeah, are
Getting a
you-
video game adaptation soon.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Oh, yeah,
playing that.
that's
It's,
right.
it's by the people who did the. It's gonna be by the people who did the Friday the 13th asymmetrical horror game.
I'll think
believe.
about it.
In recent horror games, I've been keeping an eye on the. Uh-oh.
Oh, speaking of Killer Clowns from Outer Space,
This is just
You
ridiculous.
I
If you
forgot
show-
that people also had a fear of Ronald McDonald. Shit. Oop.
Yeah, there's a reason why they've definitely toned down him in the marketing. lately.
how do people fear Ronald McDonald but not the freaking Minions lunchbox thing that came after?
Oh god, with the realistic teeth that had like.
I don't
Yeah, I
like
was
about to
that.
say, no,
I think
I
that's
would
more
imagine they
scarier
are-
than Ronald is.
I was about to say, I imagine they're still. I imagine that people are still scared of that just for different reasons than from Ronald.
But that was a long
But
shot.
I think like some of the fear does come from because I remember like the Japanese commercials with Ronald McDonald were fucking eerie and creepy.
Yep, I remember.
Well, I remember watching. I think it was in Defunctland. The fact that one of the commercials literally was a kid saying, "Hey, my mom says I'm not allowed to talk to a stranger. Oh, don't worry, my name's Ronald McDonald. Now I'm no longer a stranger. Let's continue to talk." It's like that's not
That's not how it works.
that's not how that
Bad
works.
touch.
Anywho, yeah, where was it?
And that just
You look
like,
hungry. Try one of my Happy Meals.
Try one of my
and you know
diabetes.
what? That's just. You know what? I know I talked about it with the guys, but I want Sam's input on this. Do you remember that for a while? I don't think it really stuck, but for a while Japan had like their temporary replacement for Ronald, which was basically just like this attractive redhead that was wearing Ronald's clothes.
I do recall
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I think
I
you
do
mentioned it at one
recall
point.
that.
I recall
Was
that.
that
and-
before or after the whole Wendy's mascot craze?
oh
I
god,
don't
when
know.
she turned up.
The
when
sassy
Wendy-
Wendy's mascot craze.
Right, just turning up the sass on all tweets. I also remember it wasn't anime. It wasn't the anime clown girl or whatever. But I remembered. I remembered at one point.
Oh.
I remembered at one point McDonald's Japan had like this marketing campaign where they actually like had an anime studio make this like whole. Yahoo!
So
yeah.
Steve, do you mean this in recording chat?
Give me a second.
Oh, if you excuse me.
Yeah, I definitely the one on the left. I don't remember the one on the right, but I definitely remember the one
Okay,
on the left.
now that I see that, I have never seen this before.
I don't think I've seen that one
I need to take
either.
a look
But
at the moment.
I was thinking. I think I was thinking of a fan art. I
You can
saw
put it up in
once.
post, Doug.
Da-da.
Okay.
Next to the spider. But no.
Oh, okay.
But no, I remember. I just remember distinctly there was this marketing. Get it in. I remember there was this like Oh no!
Ow!
You fucking idiot.
Good riddance.
You stupid twat.
Oh, Japan.
You
please.
stupid twat.
Don't.
But no, it was. But no,
Dumb.
But no, it was an anime like marketing thing where it was supposed to like portray the life of a classic of a freaking service order chef like stepping up through the ranks and becoming a really good employee at McDonald's, and it
I
was
do
really,
remember seeing that.
It was really nothing more than just anime McDonald's propaganda.
It totally was, but I mean, it was kind of cute in a way.
And it did
And
give us
show
and
that
as-
anime
and-
actually makes McDonald's food look tasty.
Yes, it does, of course. And to be fair, from what I've heard, that
Oh.
McDonald's food in Japan is actually better than.
And why? Why?
Jesus,
Why do
I'm
you do
very
this? Now I can't
curious.
look. Now I
That
can't look at French
can't be
fries the same
real.
way again.
That cannot be
Okay.
real. That cannot be
That-
real. That cannot be
that-
real. That cannot be real. That cannot be real. That cannot be real.
It can't hurt me.
I will explain. I will explain it briefly and abstractly so that Doug does not have to put that into the video. Sammy just tried to recontextualize the French fries and the container in which that they are served through. It has to be a parody, right, Sammy?
I don't think it is. This is the problem. There's also toys of it too.
Sam, I don't like
This
this.
has.
What?
This has to be something that they only pop up at like midnight when all the children are gonna be asleep.
That was the
God.
most genuine what I heard from you yet.
God
That-
dang it,
that-
freaking McDonald's after dark. That freaking moon guy's got some fucked up thoughts, James.
Rest in peace, Moonface.
Good old Mac
I'm
Mac
so
the Nighter.
sorry.
Mac
I
the
found this and I had to share it. I'm so sorry.
Of course, you would be the one to share that kind of content with us, Sam.
Nighter. It was worth a shot. Anywho,
I'm
this
not
is
putting
also
it in the video.
dang.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
that-
don't.
There comes a point where we gotta draw a line.
I will
Exactly.
say with the with this whole tone and mood that's being set here, it is suddenly getting me ready to like do Carnival later.
You're not
Yeah, just a matter of if we can set that up so we can have 2 players join in the
So,
fun.
so I need to give it a whirl because once again, Collection Chamber did a really solid job. He included a whole thing that with the MAME emulator like ready for it. I think the main thing I'd have to figure out is if MAME allows you to. Well, that's weird. This is an official hardware too. Maybe, I don't know. Forget what I just said. I need to figure out if MAME can allow me to map the movements of a light gun or a mouse to an analog stick, because then player 2 like James or someone else could like use the analog stick to move.
I'm sure that's possible.
To move
It'll
the
just take a
reticle
little bit of
around.
finagling.
But then for reloading especially, because I think you do this to aim off screen for that.
Yep.
We have to figure something out. Anyway.
That.
So what's the element that we need to go after now, Doug?
That shit's gonna linger, isn't it?
Gotcha.
That.
I think I broke Steve. I'm so sorry.
That.
Sam, this is no
Okay.
clowning matter. What the fuck?
You're gonna be hearing from Jordy on this later. Just saying.
Why would
Hi,
Jordy
favorite fast food restaurant, go.
Definitely not McDonald's after what Sam just shared.
Well, no kidding, but I'm saying, but what's your favorite, just to try and shift the subject to anything?
Well, I guess if I had to pick it might not be an immediate favorite, but I know my folks like going to Arby's.
Arby's
I
is
do like
fine.
Arby's.
In fact, actually,
I know you
while
talk.
we were-
I mean, you used to talk about Arby's a fair bit every once in a while. So I mean, that's
Well, a
fair.
lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, out of all our fast food options, it's the one that my mom
Alright.
likes to go to the most because they have, like, some of the best, like, for lack of a better word, healthy alternatives in their menus.
I'll admit, I did not know that. Healthy is not the first word that comes to mind when I think of Arby's.
Well, it's like it's not like specialized. Well, it's like they have options. Like you still have like your expected stuff there. Like, it kind of a funny story.
Beets.
Earlier today, as of recording, I was out on an errand run and we stopped by Arby's to pick up some lunch for ourselves and for my grandma. And I had a couple of their sliders while. Yeah, I just had like a couple of their sliders while they had their own thing.
The sliders are good. I like the white cheddar bacon chicken fry thingy that they do. That's nice.
I pressed too fast.
Oh no! We had to save. So now you better
No.
commit. Oh, you pressed the triangle button. Okay.
Yeah, I pressed Ryan.
Ah.
Anyway, Route 666.
66.
My favorite bike. My favorite of the motorcycle levels, actually. Also because of
really?
the fucking track song.
Hang on. Let's see.
This is the hardest one, too.
Sounds like a freaking
So
Shadow the Hedgehog
suddenly we're in
thing.
Crescent City.
Yeah.
So welcome to Lethal Highway.
Hop on.
Toot toot.
Yeah, no, this sounds exactly like something out of Shadow the Hedgehog for some reason.
There's more camera works in this one.
I mean, for all I know, maybe they took notes, considering that this came out not that long after Shadow.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Mid 2000s was one hell of a time.
No kidding.
I find
You
it
could tell
so
that was
odd.
you could tell that was kind of like a, for lack of a better word, transitional period for gaming as a whole, for both
Well,
for
it's
both
like-
better and worse.
God, I never even considered the fact that I just need to. I need to look into that. That like, oh, close call there. It just seems so. Oh, it just seems so weird to me that like, I mean, nowadays, like, okay, gaming is like, for all ages, family, like, there's like something for everybody. But like, it is wild to think about that. Really, not that long ago, like gaming was so niche. Like only like a small percentage of people like actually even gave it like the time of day, and now it's become this huge like industry with like, you know, different tones, different moods, different demographics, different ratings for everything.
It's incredible.
Yep. And I mean, it's funny too because I remember, like, you know, again with that transitional period, it's like for a while, like the industry was all about like colorful mascot platformers types of games, and then by the mid 2000s, that it started to hard shift to like gritty, realistic first-person shooting affairs.
Right. I mean, like, and look at us. Look
Or
at
just
this
dark and gritty in general, like in Ghost Rider's case.
Right. Like, look at this channel. Look at us. Like, James is an artist. Hype is a voice actor. Sammy is a diva. Doug is the devil. I'm a Gregorian monk. And yet here we are, brought together through our shared love for video games as a genre, as a medium.
Okay,
I can't believe I'm actually classified as the fucking devil.
So
You're a cool devil, though.
Order.
Like,
One,
you're
what makes
like
Sam a
the
diva
rad
again?
one. Because she's an actress, and I don't qualify as a diva. I'm sorry, Hype. I don't think you're a diva.
I'm just saying, because you know that, like, depending on context, diva has a negative connotation, right?
It does.
No, you're thinking of prima donna, I thought.
Well, no, diva
Prima
can also be
donna-
used in that way, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like, oh my god,
It
you're
can
such
be
a
used in a
diva.
mocking.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, I did not mean
To
to
be
do
fair,
that.
though, sometimes Sam's you do kind of act like a diva.
No, that's fair.
She could work it.
I mean, have you seen that? Have you seen her dressed up in a Zero suit?
Yes.
And actually, you know what? Now I'm just imagining, like if we're gonna commit to Sam being a diva, I'm just reminding of, like, comparing to another diva, Miss Piggy, like Sam just doing the karate chop on either Logan or Matt.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Well, hey, better.
And-
You know
and
what? Better a
listen-
diva than a Bratz.
And then there's Doug just being the devil. I knew my
But
drawing
he's a-
had some truth to it.
But he's a cool
and
devil. He's
Logan
like the devil from... Go ahead.
And also Logan being a monk for some devil damn reason.
Yes, I do like to rake.
Now, just for the fun of it, if we were to go by Chainsaw Man logic, what kind of devil would he be?
That's a great question. Ugh.
Would he be
Devil.
Would he be the Scottish devil?
They would actually
would
probably
hate
have
that.
something called the Scotland. Okay.
That would that would be pretty bad because that would insinuate that there's a fear of Scottish people.
There
It's not
is a
just that. I
fear
don't
of
want to wear a
Scottish
fucking kilt.
people.
Now, you know they would make
Nobody
him
says, hey, it doesn't automatically mean you gotta wear a kilt. I mean, not all. Like, I still know that there's this one devil that's based around like falling. It is considered like a primal devil, but she doesn't wear anything that shows that she's like promotes that. She's more like a chef than anything.
True,
So it's
but
one
with-
of those things where like you could just have the native fear and you can just dress up however you want.
That is true, but there are some people that just instantly thinks, oh, he wears a kilt.
I blame Samurai Jack.
And I'm saying this as a person that actually wore a kilt for my fucking dad's wedding. It's very fucking uncomfortable.
Well, I imagine it's like a tartan like fabric. It's thick. It's like
It's very
Demon
tight.
Bayou. Can we make that a sound bite just really quick? Just I'm just curious if we can like just take that little snippet of audio and just like have that for future. I don't
What
know.
snippet again?
I'm sorry. Never mind. That's me being a goof and bullying Doug when he does not deserve
That's
it.
something for Doug to ponder during post editing.
It's like a tartan like fabric. It's thick. It's like
Anyway, welcome to the
Apologies.
Bayou.
Bayou time.
Doug's gonna consider killing Logan later.
Good,
I'll
good
think about
lord,
it.
good lord. We do need to play the Scooby-Doo game. The ending level of that game is also a Bayou.
You
Well,
don't
no,
say.
that's the fourth level.
No, but don't you have the final boss with the creepy ghost like in a Bayou like mansion or something?
Wait, in a Bayou mansion? Well, no, the fourth level
like
takes
outside-
place in the
it's like-
Bayou. The fifth level takes place in a laboratory.
No, but I'm talking like in that Mystery Mayhem, the last boss you fight, the fiery ghost or whatever, is like it's like in a fountain like outside the mansion, like in a swamp, like kind of like a spooky
Well,
forest.
no,
area.
it's not in the swamp. It's like behind the factory in like a little garden area.
Oh. Yahoo! Jeezums. I mean, again,
Cheese and crackers.
Again, I will give him credit. Like, this game is like handling its own pretty well. Like, it handles the quick like this definitely does not feel like a cheap knockoff of a Devil May Cry game.
It's really good.
I mean, it's still a knockoff at the end
It's
of the
still
day.
a
at least
knockoff,
it's
but like
good.
it has effort.
An effort knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab the fucking game.
I missed. Punch, and I missed.
A fire.
Oh,
and a miss.
Samurai?
Oh no.
Fuck this.
All right, come here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
get
was gonna
you.
say,
I'm
like-
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Okay, so I see how this works. Like, even if they were the last enemies alive, you can still build the combo off of them. They just won't take any damage until you break the shield.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
This may seem like a really weird time, but you guys weren't there yesterday because we were. Well, Sammy was not there yesterday because of the game being recorded. Sammy, what are your thoughts on the Martinet news?
I mean, I expected it to happen. Honestly, he is getting up there in age. I kind of expected it. But I will say, like, I'm happy that, like, you know, he's, you know, retiring and moving on to, like, you know, better things.
Yeah.
Do you think Martinet had any sort of involvement? Do you think Martinet had any sort of involvement in a Marvel property?
In a Marvel property, I don't know, to be honest.
I mean, as far as like comic properties in general, I know he did like have a very brief like appearance in the Spawn game. And
Right,
of all
'cause he
things,
was the voice
it was
of
like a
Clown.
bit right in the freaking Game Boy Color game of all things.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they were able to get voice work onto a Game Boy Color.
It was Bit Crush as all get up, but I mean it was still legible to some degree.
All right, come out.
But then I also, like...
Come out wherever you are.
But
You're not
as far
Then I
as,
from
also
the hit
do-
series Ben 10.
But like I know this is technically more a manga than a comic, but I know he was in one of the more recent Dragon Ball movies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
most
was.
recent one. What was that? Superhero?
Superhero, yeah.
He even dressed up as his character for a special event.
Yeah.
And he pulled it off.
Who would have thought it? Even his old age, he still got the swagger.
You know, in random,
trees.
you know, in random thought, is maybe like even like partnering with Ghost Rider. I'm surprised that Man Thing never appeared and stuff like this.
Anthony?
He's
yeah,
a
but
Marvel.
basic-
He's a Marvel anti-hero villain thing. I know he was in the Werewolf at Midnight movie.
Dirk.
Go ahead, Hype.
Well, no, basically, like, yeah, I think you were kind of hanging on the head. He's basically like this obscure, like, anti-hero type of character. He's mostly silent in a lot of the things that I've heard of. I guess you could say he's kind of like Marvel's answer to Swamp Thing.
Pretty much looks like a Cthulhu Swamp thingy. That actually may be something that we may watch this spooky month, James. Is the Werewolf at Midnight movie? It's it is legitimately the MCU's like attempt at a classic like horror movie with still some MCU action, and you can watch it because it is, as far as I'm aware, wholly separate from the MCU. Like, you don't need to understand anything else like with
Well, that's a
to
relief.
enjoy it.
You know, wouldn't it be nice if they did that more often?
Yeah, sure would.
But also to go back to the Charles Martinet thing,
Yes,
there is
continue.
like one thing that will always bother me, especially like when it happened to Roger Craig Smith, where he said like, "Oh, I'm not going to be Sonic anymore." I hate the people who go like, "Oh, I can totally replace Charles Martinet as Mario. Here's my voice." I hate that kind of crap. Like,
Yeah, no,
immediately
one of our
after-
friends literally had to call that out.
I was about to say, I haven't seen that for myself, but I don't doubt there's some idiot doing that.
Didn't I realize now? Didn't crap, the name that the guy that I really liked his impression that Hype's worked with before. Didn't he do a
Jesse?
tweet that was like? Didn't Jesse make a tweet that was kind of like that?
If he did, it might have been in a joking manner, because I don't think he'd be that kind of person.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was doing it for the fun of it.
Okay.
Yeah, for the fun,
But
that's fine, but people that do it for serious. There's one thing that you have to keep in mind. Nintendo is very airtight.
Yeah.
Well, number one, number two, it just kind of seems a little disingenuous when we're all trying to celebrate and say, you know, oh no.
Get out of here.
Fuck this.
Don't have time for you.
It's like a side duck explosion. I'm a nerd. Anyway, kill him. But no, I agree with you, Sammy. Because when they do something like that, all it seems to it's very disingenuous to do that when we're trying to celebrate and say, hey, no, this is so incredible that what they've done, to be like, all right, power vacuum, I'm feeling it. Finally my time to shine, and like, just like, but dude, like,
Respect for
It's
other
like,
people.
no.
That's dumb.
It's like, huh, nobody cares. I didn't ask.
no, like for me though, I have seen some people that I remembered this as well during the Sonic thing.
There we
was,
go.
yeah. Stop hitting
Since we didn't
yourself.
show it off.
Ow.
Face. Shotgun to the face. Answered all your problems. Oh no.
Can we get a twofer?
Come on.
The starter, the answer, and the potential catalyst for all of your problems.
Lord, come on. Get finishable. There you go. Oh. Some of you didn't
You're
believe.
just too damn powerful.
Anyway. Oh gosh, what were we gonna say? Carnival return. Why? Why do we even come all
Because
the
we're
way
going
out
back
here
to the
for?
carnival.
But yeah, but how do we end up here when we were supposed to be at the carnival the whole time?
Yes.
We're just in the middle.
I forgot. I got bored. I had to get a rest stop. All right, now that I used the little devil's room, off we go.
I wanted to be Shrek for a bit.
Oh, that's
I mean,
fair.
thinking about it, we did go when we went to the swamp. We did get that, dark magic.
Dark Soul.
thing
Oh!
with her, so
That is
And,
fair.
you know,
Okay.
I'm just now like you make the joke of him going to the bathroom. I'm now remembering this gag from the second Nick Cage movie where
Oh,
it didn't
yeah,
show
they
any
did
naughty
show
bits, but
it.
that one brief shot of Ghost Rider pissing fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I remember that.
You just reminded me. I didn't want to remember, but you just reminded me.
Well, again, it's like you mostly see him from the back, except for like one bit where he kind of like mugs to the camera.
Assuming this is our last motorcycle stage, can you show Sammy a ragdoll?
It is. Oh, yeah, sure.
Whee! Ow.
Nice. All right. Good
Thank
man.
All right, smooth sailing.
Woohoo! Yeah, we just want to do that
Like,
shot again.
I do remember, like, some of the Sonic fans, like, being like, oh, I can do a Sonic. Like, look at me do a Sonic.
Well, again, the Sonic fan base, it's its own brand of idiocy. You know, not helped by the fact that there's already like a large chunk of it that didn't really like Roger a Sonic to begin with.
Well, not just that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
well, not just that, because I need to figure this out and ask you guys if you think something like this genuinely happened. Because I remember, well, first of all, was it official when it was rumored or said that Roger was wanting to retire as Sonic?
Well,
He
Yeah,
put it
it
in
was
his- his own
official
Twitter.
at the time.
I was
Okay,
about to
'cause
say, I
here's the
don't think
thing.
it was so much. I don't think it was so much that he wanted to retire. It was more so I think Sega was wanting to cut them loose because I think their contract
Whoa.
with them was expiring.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, Demon's Wall.
Yep,
But
to the wall.
okay, because maybe that was it. Because my main thing I was concerned. I was at first concerned about was because
Oh,
Yeah, this
'Cause I
part
could've-
this part of the bike section is a bit tricky.
a little narrow. Because I definitely saw this with some Mario people on Twitter. Is whoa no.
Ow! Oh my gosh. Well, we're definitely making up for the lack of air ragdoll we've been having throughout the whole game.
But again, Ragdoll can make even
I was
losing
waiting for
like
it.
really fun.
Oh,
Oh.
bo, 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 oh.
But again, having
Oh,
Ragdoll
oh,
can even make this fun. Look at him go!
Oh,
Oh, come on,
Oh, damn.
come on!
Nice.
Nice.
There you go.
You got it.
Shitting your way through that.
I love
That's-
it.
That's very miraculous. You could even escape that.
God, don't you love the recording thing
Unknown Doug
sometimes?
Spirit, the bullshit motherfucker in gaming.
Woo, that would be it. The bullshit devil.
The bullshit.
There
I
are some
mean,
people who are afraid of
yeah,
bullshit.
What the
and
fuck
that
am I
just
going to be,
really-
the fucking shit guy from AVGN?
No, no. Just like think
Is
of
there
it. You know what
really
it
such a thing?
is. You know what it
Is
is.
there really such a?
Picture this. I forgot the name of the commercial, but you remember that that whole like marketing thing for the insurance company with the mayhem guy?
Yeah.
Oh right, those are funny.
Like that would be Doug. Like he would be able to cause bullshit
Yeah,
wherever
you know,
he
to
goes.
protect
like,
your car from mayhem, like me. And I remember this
Like
one
me.
bit where it's like, I think a guy was like at a ball game or something, and he's using an app to check on his car, and there was like this back and forth between like the mayhem guy and the car guy. It's like, "Hello, I'm mayhem, and I'm gonna wreck your car." What?
I remember that. I remember the one. Wasn't there like one where Mayhem was like in pigtails or something, dressing like I'm a little girl and I just did this or something in the car or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think one where he was like some kind of like animal that rams into the car.
That's right, a
Oh,
deer,
yeah.
and they just like stuck on the headlight like I'm a bright-eyed noble deer, and you see you, and he just stands still in the car, like stands still in the street, looking straight ahead at the oncoming car. So
Okay, you
good.
guys are just talking nonsense at this point because I've never heard.
Okay,
of any of
I'm showing him those after this session, but basically
But
that,
start off
but
with
yeah,
the what guy because that's my favorite of them.
sure thing. But yeah, that I could see that being Doug as the bullshit devil, able to cause bullshit wherever he
bullshit
rides.
devil, or maybe heck, maybe there's a fear of ragdolls.
I was about to say, why
Yeah.
not the Daredevil?
The
Daredevil.
ragdoll devil,
I love the idea. Oh! I love the
and
idea.
he just looked like he just looked like a demented Raggedy Ann.
I love the idea of
My
him
avatar is just
ragdolling
gonna move
into
around
any
like a
room.
fucking Gmail
wasn't there-
model.
Well, wait,
Yeah.
isn't there like a male version of Raggedy Ann?
Yes, Raggedy
I
Ann.
believe so. Randy Ann
Raggedy
or
Andy.
Randy or whatever.
Remember, they both were starring in that weird movie together. Oh,
Right, the one that was animated by
not that sharp a left.
right, the one that was animated by the guy that animated Roger Rabbit.
And off the top of my head, the only thing I can remember that I really loved, which genuinely sounds like a Doug quote, is he sounds very soft, very like like even tone. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm getting real sick of all the weird things going on around here. Just so
Sounds about,
like
sounds about right.
so condescending. Like I'll also show that to Doug later. But anywho,
Maybe
Ragdoll
one day we'll
physics-
actually watch
rag-
the movie for ourselves.
ragdoll physics are fun. Even when you ragdoll, it, like even losing, it becomes a fun moment when that happens. You did it.
I did it, and I'm almost at 100,000
Oh
Oh,
my
boy.
lord.
with the souls.
You'll have enough to fill up an entire summit.
Oh yeah. DK
what?
Summit? Get out of here.
Well, first we have to get through what appears to be Crisis City first.
I'm surprised you didn't make that joke when we were in the first bike section.
I mean, I already made that joke earlier.
Right, like
Oh,
I would have made it like in that last bike section we were in, but there was just like so many conversations I didn't want to interrupt.
That's fair.
You know what? While we're still dealing with clowns in this clown hole, let's ask the more important question. Have any of you guys ever been to a circus?
Nope.
Yes.
Tell us what that experience was like, Sam.
I think actually it's funny, hon, I told you about this, because like when you showed me like the motorcycle like thing with the ball, I said like, oh, that was one of the times I went to a circus.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. It was interesting. There were no clowns, but it was just like performances really. I don't remember I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember even the year. It was an experience. It was enjoyable, but it was an experience. I have never seen a clown though, up in personal.
I remember going to a Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus ages ago, and I think they still had clowns at that point. But I just remember there was this one ear-piercing horn sound that played at some point or another, and that's like the only thing I distinctly remember happened when I was there.
Yeah.
It's amazing I still have my hearing even now after all that.
What?
What'd you say?
What? What did he say?
What did he say, Schnuckles?
I remember when they first invented Ghost Rider. Sweet, sweet Ghost Rider. I always hated
Such a
him.
sweet boy.
Not to that.
Logan, do you have any clown and/or circus stories to share?
I saw the Ringling Brothers Barman. But I did go to that a long time ago.
That was weird.
And
Wait, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So,
okay. How about
I
can you hear me
did-
now?
Yep, we still hear you.
We hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, you never,
okay,
never
guys,
stopped. You never stopped.
Sorry,
hearing you.
sorry about that. Like Discord did this weird thing where it temporarily like cut off the audio from everyone.
Whoa.
That was weird.
Yeah. All of that
Looks like-
on this
it looks
little
like-
clown.
Looks like somebody. Looks like something amongst our circle needs hearing aids, and it's definitely not any of us.
We're fine. Hype does not need hearing aids. Woo! But now,
No,
what was I
dude,
going with
what
this?
I'll say what needs to happen. Discord needs to let go of whatever hate boner it has for me.
Agreed. Discord. Wumpus needs to look into the penance stare, or whatever you call it.
Marcus needs to get his shit together.
Agreed. But it's the best alternative we got. But anyway, what was
Well,
it?
no,
going with?
it wouldn't work on Wumpus because, again, the penance stare doesn't work on things without souls.
He was owned by a corporation.
A whole load of cattywampus.
You were gonna say, Logan.
Oh no, yeah. I remember my main circus stuff is, apart from Cirque du Soleil, which I genuinely love. I love Cirque du Soleil. It's a really fun, and they do have clowns typically, but not like the traditional kind of clowns. More so like, you know, like they're almost more like mime kind of like actors or something. But you know, while we wait for 45 seconds to pass, while these collectibles slowly suck up into the hoover of our head.
It would be nice if they just all like swelled in at once.
There's gotta be a mod somewhere.
But anyway,
Oh boy.
final boss time.
This is it, actually.
Hell
But
on
yeah,
Earth.
I saw Barman Bailey's Ringling Brothers Circus a long time ago, but that was about it.
Okay.
Nothing too big.
So three out of 5 people seen a circus.
Just in time, Ghost Rider.
For what exactly?
The apocalypse!
The apocalypse? I thought we were trying to stop the apocalypse.
Stop it? Oh no! Hell on Earth! A kingdom worth 1,000,000 times more than the whole the angels have left for me. That is too good for me to pass on.
So the angels...
Right. I send demons to Earth and they'd be down here in an instant. Takes longer than that to summon the portal. So I had to get someone else to do it for me. Someone with a good and true heart. Someone who always does the right thing. All the while, the angels look down. Oh, look how Mephisto's servant gathers up the demons, exactly as he promised us. Exactly according to the deal. The journey I have sent you on, Ghost Rider. It was not an arbitrary wild goose chase. The hellfire of your cycle has been inscribing a glyph in the earth.
Oops.
Now it is complete. The walls between my domain and this will come crumbling down. Nothing can stop me. Hell on Earth will begin!
But the wall still stands.
Yes, there is one task yet remaining. Your demise. No! No!
Mephisto.
You didn't think I'd stay locked up for long, did you?
Father, son, it doesn't matter. I will destroy you both.
Let's take this outside. Shall we dance again, Ryder?
This ends now.
So wait,
Yep.
Blackheart
Do
just
we-
kind of appeared after we thought Mephisto was the true bad guy.
Yep, that's Blackheart.
Yep, looking much more in line with how he did in the comics than he did in the movie.
So
God.
wait,
Time
ow.
for a game of disappearing Ghost Riders.
So wait, so then is Mephisto like still the bad guy? Is he just kind of literally just got like one-upped and now we have to deal with
That's a really tough question for me, honestly.
That is fair. We get to beat him a big dude. I don't mind.
This would whale him in the face. Also, no, having seen for so long in primarily being a Marvel vs. Capcom thing, I honestly didn't think I'd actually see him with a mouth.
Well, I don't think he usually does have a mouth. I think that's just a liberty this game decided to give him.
Oh,
I like
Yeah, I
that he
believe so.
politely waited for you to get the souls. He's just like, okay.
I say taunt him. Not now.
Oop.
For my penance stare,
Look at that.
You pissed him
Just
off.
got damned for it.
Hey! Blackheart don't take too kindly to your sass, boy.
Good. But yeah, no, I don't know why. When they were mentioning the whole twist of the
boy.
Oh.
So yeah, don't
game
do that.
over. I was waiting.
Game over, yeah! Oh, no.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
Don't
We can reset.
forget, you always restart the level.
Okay, I was
right
about
from
to
the
say,
start.
I would have been scared if that was if you get a game over, you can only load.
Welcome to
go back to the
Spooky
previous
Month.
save point.
Welcome to Spooky Month. I scare everyone. This is my
Yeah.
biggest. This is my biggest plan ever.
This
Oh my
is
God,
a
now
Halloween
just-
game after all.
Oh my
You know,
God.
you sound like a certain character, and that scares me.
Which character?
You know what?
Go.
Just like how Mr. Pettybones scares me when you voice him. I hate that.
Go ahead, James. No, go ahead, James. About the, about the spooky.
I just had a thought about another, potent devil. The save game devil.
Deleted save demo.
Did you make sure to save your game? What if you've got a game over and you gotta restart from the previous save point you forgot to save?
I know you've
This
been.
game is pretty generous with the checkpoints,
good.
That's good.
Which is good.
unless you do save.
I mean, honestly, that kind of devil would be far more potent back in the late 80s or early 90s, back when that shit was still pretty strict.
I know that you've been skipping the saving every time you collected a blue coin, but now you've lost your save file from 50 blue coins ago.
And now I will turn you into a blue coin. Ding.
Oh boy.
Kick his
But
face
no,
in.
Go ahead, Sammy.
No, I said kick his face in. That's all I said. Go ahead. Rip his
What
ears
do you think
off.
he's trying to do?
But
Go get him, Mr. Pettibone.
No.
Yahoo! But no, it's
No.
But no, it's when we were learning.
Honey, I'm gonna beat the life out of you and start and decorate your face full of holes.
Honey, I'm gonna make you unconscious.
You know what? I'm just imagining like Ghost Rider in the middle of a fight, like as a finisher, grabs someone by the throat, brings them up to their face, almost as like he's about to do a penance stare, just fabulous,
and they just explode.
Fabulous.
But no, it's like when they were mentioning the twist of how you were actually like inscribing the summoning rune or whatever with your bike. I don't know. But immediately played through my head was, wow. Even when I was ragdolling, that was unexpected, but turned out it was pretty negligible in summoning laws.
that was
Oh
just
my
you
God.
being stupid.
Doug,
Yeah.
humor me for a moment. Honey, you and I are about to start our own canon event.
I don't like the implication of that.
I don't have that one keybind, but I do have this one.
I was about to give you,
That'll work.
regardless of what happened, I was about to give you props for like that was your real life taunt, like being able to do that while still having this fight go on. Careful. Here we go.
Honey, this is y'all.
I love how doofy he looks when he gets slammed and stuck in the ground by his chin.
You know, funny coincidence how this game came out in 2006, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, careful.
And considering the layout of the whole place, man, to think that this looks so much better than the fucking Iblis 1 fight in Sonic 06.
Alright.
Again, he's
Fire.
just politely waiting for you to get all of your stuff.
Oh. Nice.
Gunshot.
Honey, don't you at least have a few more tricks up your sleeve?
Just a little bit more, if not.
Okay, fuck this. Let's just end it.
Do it proper.
Nice.
Stand back, Ghost Rider. You've done enough.
Why? He betrayed you yet again, you fool.
He is my sire.
Keep out of my domain.
I think not. Until the next time.
Jackass.
You okay?
I am now. Was that...
Yeah, Mephisto.
Is he gone?
For now, he'll be back.
Then let's enjoy today while we can.
So Johnny one more time for himself, for Roxanne, for everyone. He knows that evil will rise again, and that when it does, the Ghost Rider must be there to stand against it. But until then, he has some living to do.
That was one night.
Yeah, what a night. One heck of a night. Oh, Ghost Rider 2099. Also,
One heck of a party.
there you go. But also, yeah, also okay. Props to him. That was a fairly solid Nicolas Cage impression.
It was not bad.
Yeah, it was alright. But man, just think of how much that city's insurance company is going to be struggling just to get everything fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with that, that's the end of Ghost Rider.
That's the end.
Salute.
That was a very solid time there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was pretty alright.
I liked it.
I wasn't here for most of it.
Sammy,
but
what'd you think of
nice.
what little you got to see? Okay.
It was good. Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, I've seen him play this game before a little bit, so it's fine.
That's fair. So you had nothing to worry about hopping in at the last second.
Yeah.
I might as well jump in and fuck around and see what the fuck is gonna happen. Oh, that's scare factor. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no, he's got his scary face on.
Oh no, he's got his Pettybones impression.
Damn right, darling.
No.
But to get my thoughts on this game, like I said at the start of the gameplay, at the start of session 1, this is my favorite hack and slash video game of all time. It still does have some flaws, like what I said before with the knockback system, because you can get hit multiple fucking times, as I've shown. And with and like what Logan brought up as well, how many souls you have to collect one by one. But other than that, this to me it is a solid game. If you do want to try it out,
it's one of those
things that you should try out at least once and see how you feel about it.
That's fair. It also definitely feels like the kind of game where, like, once you've probably played all the other like great hack and slashers out there, like this wouldn't be a bad one to try just for the sake of variety.
Yeah, and for sure, this one is definitely to me a guilty pleasure game.
That's fair.
Especially playing this game pretty fucking late, because I started playing this game around 2019.
Wow. That late, huh?
Yep, that late. Only because one of my friends recommended the game to me.
That's fair. So yeah, I guess with the Ghost Rider story off our chest, shall we go back to our current plans for Spooky Month?
We shall.
Alright, so you and Lookin better get your Scooby snacks on as we this time actually start on Mystery Mayhem.
Finally.
Alrighty.
Have fun.
Finally. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Like, we'll see y'all later, man.
Bye-bye.
Like, see you later, man.
Look into my eyes.
I'm the man behind the slaughter.